Hello everyone, it's been a while, but we're back. With me tonight is...
Sup, Ponticut Poster?
I'll meet you by the elevator.
So the last thing we did is we did that mission where you go through the swamp.
Oh, that was a pain in the ass.
Yes, it was. But we're through it and better for it.
That's about where I stopped playing before I lent it out. Oh no, wait, I got a little further than that. Something terrible happened.
Oh yes, that mission. It's a good one.
Shockingly.
But we've also got some hacking to do.
I didn't know you were LPing Watch Dogs 2.
I was gonna make that joke, but I've never played Watch Dogs. I mean, I know the premise of it, but I've never played it.
Chip Cheesum's doing, of course, a wonderful Chip Cheesum playthrough of it. You should watch a few videos. It's certainly flawed, but it can be fun at times.
Oh yeah, and hacking in the future is very complex, what with the spinning orb.
Yes.
Which is very scientific, I assure you.
It is the latest in security.
But yeah, with these puzzles, I'm sure there's a good way to solve them, but I just end up jamming. I just move around until I figure it out.
Randomly fuck around until yeah.
Exactly.
That's where you do a lot of puzzles.
Well, luckily there's some neat stuff in the computers, so some of them are fun to read at least.
It's a doorbell.
And speaking of Assassin's Creed, I just pre-ordered the gold edition of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, so I'll be getting that on launch.
That's out in October, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I just pre-ordered MGS5.
Oh, I did that today too.
Not that I have time to play any other games, but you know, it'll be there when I have a minute.
I still have to actually play Ground Zeroes and complete that before I start playing MGS5.
Yeah, I think you get a special bonus if you have a save active.
Exactly.
So do that.
Yeah. Besides,
it only takes about an hour.
Yes, people say it's a fun game. It's just too short. Which I got Ground Zeroes for like $20, I think. So.
Yeah, it was on sale recently for like 10, and it was also free on PlayStation Plus. So I think I paid 18 for it, which was more than reasonable because it's got kind of the Metal Gear thing where you can do multiple run-throughs and try different things and things like that. So it's pretty replayable. I'm
the kind of crazy Metal Gear player where I've beaten each main game at least, 15 times.
Lord.
They're just really fun games to play through and see how well you can do.
Yeah.
Wow, that was pretty fast. One of my proudest video game accomplishments is beating MGS3 in under 2 hours. Which is pretty hard, actually.
I was gonna say, is that even possible? I know there's an achievement for doing 4 and I think under 5 hours. And to do that, obviously you have to skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah,
because it's like 20 hours of just cutscenes.
Yeah, the crazy part is that by the end of the first part of the game, a speedrunner would actually be finished with the game if they weren't watching any cutscenes.
CTOS, that shows up in Watch Dogs as well.
There's the little crossover for you.
I do like how they have that kind of metagame thing going on.
Makes you...
With Abstergo being a real company, and then the CTOS showing up in Watch Dogs and stuff.
At Abstergo.
Oh hey, one of the blue sticky notes.
It's just that group, you know. They like to,
Like to what?
Nothing.
Erudito is a hacking group that was introduced, I think, in the Facebook tie-in game for Brotherhood. I think that's where they come from. They've been mentioned every now and then. One of the whole expanded universe Assassin's Creed things.
Over here. Are you ready? He's waiting for us.
I wonder if this elevator music came from anywhere.
I just watched some of your footage from this week. It's amazing. Blackbeard was mental. And we all got so excited that we started talking about this idea for a trailer about him. Maybe start with him drinking, talking to some pirates, telling a story.
Loading.
Then, we cut to him leaping across the deck of his boat and... Sorry, his ship, not boat. But jumping around the deck of his ship, swinging from ropes, and fighting like a devil. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to manipulate some of the existing footage to get it looking good, but it could be great. I'm getting a shiver in my timbers just thinking about it. Sorry.
You should be.
Yeah, right. Are there any good pirate puns? I don't think there are.
Bonjour, ça va? I hope we're not late.
No, you can go right...
Hi, Melanie. I saw you just walked in. I need a few minutes with you alone. Leticia is on the phone and we're discussing the Kenway project.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about this. I'll call you when we're ready.
The crazy thing is that with Syndicate
Shouldn't
coming
be long.
out in October, I still have two Assassin's Creed games I own but haven't played a second of.
Haven't
So
touched.
I am way
Of course you
behind.
do. Head to the waypoint on your map.
Unity
I have another
and,
job for you. I'd like to link all the cameras in the
Rogue.
building to a central
Rogue?
monitoring system, but most
Kinda
aren't
like
calibrated
sister
correctly.
games.
Head to the right of Olivier's office.
Since the
Up ahead,
ending
you
of
see a
Rogue
complaint,
directly ties
act like you're
into
using the
Unity.
toilet.
At least that's from what I've heard. I haven't actually
If you
played the
need to
game.
use the toilets, they're just here on the right. Might be a few
I'm not that far
newspapers
in
lying
Unity.
around
I've
too.
been, Unity. I've been distracted.
As have I, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Very distracted. But hopefully we can get things back on schedule, and I can get back to 10 hours of games a day.
Another locked door. Not a problem. Voila. You now have level 2 security clearance. Not bad for your first few weeks. Find the camera control station first.
So, spoiler alert, we'll be getting more security levels as we go through the game.
I'll update you
But there's really not much exploring you can do in Abstergo before the end of the game. Because they kind of railroad you pretty hard, for the most part.
Ah, this is an interesting security measure. It looks like you need to find the right combination of numbers to adjust the wave. Easy enough, right?
Oh, I
Pick a
remember
number
doing
selector,
this.
then change its value.
Once again, I'm
Once you
sure
find
it's
the
very
right
scientific,
combination
but
of numbers,
I just fuck
get
around with
access.
things until it works. That's my traditional puzzle solving method.
It works.
And if we want information on assassins or Templars or the Observatory or whatever the fuck else interests us, Olivier, you will deliver it. Full stop.
Uh-huh.
I understand that, Leticia. I'm sorry if that came out wrong. We are not trying to be a bottleneck here, but we just don't have the resources right now to do 2 times the research.
Finding that balance is your priority. Your entertainment products are simply a means to pay the bills for larger and more important work. That's the way the world works. Dirty money buys clean hospitals. You get it?
We're on board, Letitia. Rest assured. We have our best employee working on this, but it will take time.
That means you.
Good. And thank you. The both of you. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. Until then, I'll see you at the shareholders meeting, Olivier.
Looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Tabarnak! It's a little too early for that kind of abuse.
Is that a French slur he used? I have never heard that word before.
Come on.
I have no idea.
So, what's next?
We do as the lady says. Focus on the observatory.
Assassins, Templars, crazy talk. I'm curious about this shareholders meeting, though. How about you break into Olivier's office and see if you can find his schedule? Oh, what? You don't like that idea? Well, how about I blow the fucking whistle on you, hacker? I own you.
I didn't say.
What I mean is,
Just
I
throwing that
don't
out
want to
there.
ruin your life. So, do as I say. Now, step over to the window.
This person seems to have anger management issues.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We didn't say it. I just like that John is blowing up at somebody who's not talking to him at all. Montreal looks very
You can't
nice.
waltz into Olivier's office through the front door, so I've opened another route. Up we go.
Gee, I
Did
wonder
you
why
know
they
that
didn't use the
Abstergo was run
Edmonton
by
campus.
Templars? Oh, yeah. Sounds like crackpot stuff, I know. But then again,
The reason
the
is that
movement was made
Ubisoft
right.
has an office in
Anything
Montreal, so why not?
Actually, no, that's BioWare that has an
Either
Edmonton
you walk
campus.
through that
My
door
bad.
or throw yourself off the terrace. Those are your options. Oh, well done.
And actually, going
Find
to
his
Japan a
computer.
couple months
Make
ago,
it
I
snap
went
it.
through
We're looking
Toronto
for
and
shareholder
Calgary.
meeting
First time I've ever been to
It's worth a
Canada.
lot of money to us.
I haven't been further north
Be
in the
careful.
U.S. than
As the data
Philadelphia.
moves, there are security programs constantly monitoring the data flow. You need to sneak past them, or they will destroy your data and send it back home.
So who's up for some Frogger?
Oh, God.
The only one you...
Again, very sophisticated
Exactly.
security.
I wish all hacking could be represented by playing old video games. This is a rather entertaining little email exchange they're having. Talking about what other kind of historical periods should Abstergo focus on. I like that Ubisoft throws in all these kind of teasing of historical periods they might do in future games.
Oh, I wanna fucking Woodstock hippie Assassin's Creed. Hell yeah.
That would be amazing.
Stay away from the green acid. It's a Templar plot.
An ancient Egypt game would be interesting to see what they would do with that. But I think some Ubisoft guy was on record saying ancient Egypt is like the worst setting they could think of for an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I mean, just, what the fuck are you gonna climb on? The pyramids! The Sphinx. That's, yeah.
That's about it, I guess. I mean, an ancient Egypt took place over a period of, I don't know, 2,500 years or something like that. So,
A very long time,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
You'd have to pick something pretty specific.
so yeah, now they're talking about pirates and ninjas and zombies. So they're kind of getting a little off track here. But actually, Charles Darwin will be in an Assassin's Creed game, specifically Syndicate.
Shit that sells.
Fuck's sake,
Well,
man.
at least we
this
got
is
the
a-
Jack the Ripper.
You sneaky
Yeah.
bastard. A pirate through and through, ain't you? Now, get down to the lobby. There's a courier waiting. Yeah, that's right. I've been planning this for a few hours. Now, wait. The receptionist. Hold on. I'll try something.
Why don't you just go back the way you fucking came in? Holy shit.
Well, presumably your character has been in the bathroom for 20 minutes, something? Look kind of strange coming out after 20 minutes.
As
The
gullible
bigger
as ever.
question, the one you should be asking, is why aren't there
Now,
security
hunt down the
cameras in
lobby
the...
before I
There
remotely
was
detonate
one.
your
We
issue.
hacked into it. I guess we've got all our bases covered.
More Frogger.
Yep. Sometimes they throw in gimmicks like red walls being at the top and bottom, and lines. This, what you see is about what you get for Frogger. I get bored.
Things aren't generally... Yeah, they're not necessarily particularly difficult. It's just a matter of... Oh, fuck.
I get bored and I get careless, which is usually how I lose at this. And because the D-pad is not like super precise when it comes to moving that ball.
Exactly. It's usually something like that, where you're like, no, I told you... Nah.
I mean, 95% of the time I'll take a D-pad, a control stick over a D-pad any day, but when you want to be really specific in your movements, you like a D-pad. And this is an interesting file because it's an excerpt from the novel tie-in to this game. And
Don't even
that
think about ratting me
file
out.
is really
My
long,
tracks are
so
covered.
if you want to read
Yours
it
ain't.
yourself, you're going to have to buy the game for yourself, I'm afraid. But now we've got more Edward Kenway, because there's really not much more we can do in Abstergo right now.
Did you like the allongé? I practiced.
I think you pulled it a little too long.
Oh, come on. It's not encrypted code, for God's sakes. It's just a bloody coffee. Oh, hooray! It's our old friend.
Hey there, I just got a call about picking up another transfer.
Oh? You said you were here to see me.
Yes, that is one of the perks. Let's see it. A conference in Chicago. Very nice. Thanks for this. We'll be in touch.
Ciao, Rebecca. Text me.
Stuff it, Hastings.
Not even safe where we work.
Well done, friend. Very well done. Apologies for my temper tantrum there. You are with the good guy.
What the hell are they
I
selling in
promise.
that vending
We'll
machine?
keep you safe. Trust me. Go on back to work. We'll be in touch.
Oh hey, more writings from a crazy person.
Security was at my desk.
Is that what happened? I saw them asking you questions.
Yeah. They confiscated my Animus key, and now my position here is under review.
Are you kidding? That's scary.
Yeah, that's real interesting. In spite of the fact those guys have fairly elaborate conversations, every time you get close to them, they'll repeat the same thing, so it gets a little old.
You are a tool.
Oh hey, look, it's a clone. It's 3 clones. I will say Brotherhood probably had the best sort of side puzzles. Those are pretty neat usually.
Yeah, trying to do all the different spinny things and the pictures and the...
You're thinking of 2.
Oh, what did Brotherhood have?
Brotherhood had some puzzles. It's been a long time since I've played it, but I remember the puzzles being pretty good. I also remember Brotherhood because there's one side mission where you chase a cardinal up a cathedral, and at the end you have the chance to either throw him off the cathedral or just normally kill him.
Is that
And if you
what
don't
happened?
throw him off a large building, you're
I
dead
saw them
inside.
asking you questions.
Yeah, they're having the exact same
They
conversation.
confiscated my Animus key, and now my position here is...
Brotherhood's
They're
pretty
like,
neat.
we got models, but we only have 3
scary.
voice actors, so...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can run during these modern day stuff, but I did not figure this out until the last time I exited the Animus. It's more atmospheric.
I would like to see it like, you know, some of the older Hitman games where if you run, they just shoot you automatically.
Poking around the servers, I found a small...
I was late for a bus!
I'm surprised at Sean there. He didn't even have any glib comments for me.
Slacking.
8 out of 20 sticky notes. You know, I didn't even notice there was music during these segments. I play my TV so relatively quietly that I never noticed there was actually music. Oh yeah, and I got my PS4 all hooked up today too, so I'm finally with the rest of society.
Fantastic. Get you some Rocket League and play that.
Is that a PSN game or what is that?
It's available on PC and PlayStation 4. They were giving it away free last month, and it's very fun. It's quite a good time. Soccer with rocket cars.
Aw, kitten. There are actually some pretty neat Abstergo files where they do like a marketing video for Ezio, Altair, and Connor, and explaining why Abstergo should reject them. And it's hilarious. The narrator, I'm pretty sure, was intentionally meant to be bad, so he'll pronounce Ezio and Altair in really strange ways. But I'm pretty sure that was intentional. So did you ever do any hacking in this game outside of the mandatory stuff?
Okay, this is on. I don't think I've ever used this phone.
Yeah, I did some just running around and, you know, breaking into people's workstations and whatnot. I didn't get, like, much further past this in the game. Maybe 1 or 2 story missions, so... I finally got it back, though, so if I get some time, I might be able to actually finish it.
Oh man, those notices take me back. It's
An Ethernet cable.
It's hard to believe I was in Taiwan 8 months ago. Oh yeah, more weird phenomena around the world, courtesy of Abstergo Industries. One of the bonus missions in Assassin's Creed 3, you actually got to hop around a Central American pyramid.
Maybe you could do like a remaster of that game and just cut out all the boring shit. It would be 6 hours long, but it would be a good 6 hours, right?
Maybe, yeah. There were some pretty memorable parts of that game. Like, there was one mission you went down to sort of like this abandoned mansion in the Caribbean, and it actually put up a surprisingly good horror atmosphere for an Assassin's Creed game. The owner was like some crazy guy who shot at people who were walked to his house, and the house was all ruined and stuff, and I thought it was pretty good.
What happened? Poking around the servers, I found a small bit of sequence data on Joan of Arc. Minutes after loading it up, security was at my desk.
Is that what happened? I saw them asking you questions.
Oh yeah, we have the same people again.
They confiscated my Animus key, and now my position here is under review.
But the
They
different...
confiscated your Animus. Why are you like actually inside the employee area? I'm a little confused there.
But we did actually manage to get the first part of their conversation there, so at least it wasn't a total waste of time.
I've an awful feeling about this. You'll be hurt out there. I couldn't handle that.
I'll be careful, I promise. And when I'm flush with coin and set up, I'll send for you. I will.
Caroline, come away! Don't exert yourself!
I can't promise I'll come, Edward. If you leave on this fool's errand, I cannot promise anything.
Don't give up on me, Caroline. Not when I need your faith the most.
Oh dear, Edward.
Things seem to be going okay for him, right now at
Putting
least.
some shape to your sentiments?
Just a short letter home. I reckon she's past caring anyway.
Oh, you're a hard heart that should be softer.
Or soft in parts that should be hard.
And how is it you're so keen for his hard parts, Mr. Rackham?
You'd like to know my secrets, would you?
Oh, aye. Give me a small hint, like. Or a large one if you're an upright gentleman.
Open your hand.
Oh.
Who's shooting?
Might be them ships sliding into port.
Jesus.
What did I cut there? What was I Oh, it might have been I was going to the bathroom or something. That's what I cut. That's the only way I could.
Put up a little splash screen. Beat right.
Because I cut to exactly where I was standing before the cut. Whatever. It's a new sequence.
Hey,
so
sometimes you gotta go.
Exactly.
Recording will not wait. I need like a bright pink coat.
Well, my current outfit is green. That's kind of goofy, I guess.
You could make some ugly shit in, like, 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, there were some real bad combinations.
Had a neat name, you'd scroll over it, you'd be like, ah! Hell, colorblind, who made this shit? But yeah, even in Unity, where you can, you know, do quite a bit of different mixing and stuff,
Well, I'll be
you should
hanged.
still be able to
George
just make
has
the
grown
most
tired of our
obnoxious shit
shenanigans.
ever. Puke green and bright pink and mustard yellow and throw it all on something. I'm like, who needs a color palette? Just let me make him ugly. Really, really
We
ugly.
desire a parley with the men who call themselves governors of this island. Charles Vane, Ben Hornigold, and Ed Thatch. Come forth, if you please.
Hear about the King's pardon, I reckon.
What the hell is Hornigold doing?
Lily living punk!
What are you men up to?
I am grateful for your geniality.
This is a mission I had way more trouble with than I should have, but in my defense, I am an idiot.
I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
I would just like to point out before we begin,
I don't know if I was just...
what did you expect?
I don't know if I was just in a goofy mood when I recorded this, but I was really screwing out.
Only wait a while longer, Governor Rogers. These rascals will show their true colors in time.
Calm, Commodore Chamberlain. I have given Captain Hornigold my word that we will be equitable.
Won't do you a lick of good. Men like him are a blight on His Majesty's reputation and a peculiar cancer afflicting the New World. The King wants them eradicated, above all else.
Is this the town square?
As close to one as we've ever had.
Incredible. It's no cleaner than
Uh-oh. Smash your face into the pigeon shit, Edward. Go for it.
I kind of like using hay bales when recording because it's an easy place to cut if I mess up a mission and need to start over again.
As well.
It's just those little things bug me when I cut somewhere and I'm standing totally different after I resume.
Man out, lads, and take this shanty town as if it were your own.
Things went poorly there. As you might imagine.
The king has been particularly
I had to go to the bathroom again.
and has failed at all attempts until now.
Careful how you talk about His Majesty, Governor. You're here at his pleasure.
I have my message, Commodore, and I expect you to honor
Luckily, getting spotted is not an instant fail, but you can't waste. Wow. That was a really nice punt. I went flying.
It's like he had a rope tied to his back. Toing!
Oh, Havoc Physics Engine.
Disperse, a lot of you.
Good time.
Make way for the king's emissaries.
I stole your shit and I stabbed you. So,
Our only aim here is to treat with the masters of this community.
The best pickpocketing in this game is stealing from a story target and then killing them.
Go!
Commodore Chamberlain.
Oops.
Please see that all merchants, masons, and carpenters are rounded up and brought to me this afternoon. We must see about repairing this fortress.
one thing about Watch Dogs is that it's an excellent asshole simulator because you can like fuck with traffic lights and a bunch of other stuff. So just drive around the city causing multiple car accidents and explosions and you know, things like that.
So
that's a good time.
Just harass poor people going to work.
Yeah, well, you know, the people in that version of Chicago deserve every bad thing that happens to them by the way they drive.
I see.
They don't know how to work four-way stops, and almost all of the intersections are four-way stops. I guess it's easier to do than traffic lights, and so traffic will just back up for blocks because they don't understand how to work a four-way stop. They're like, I stopped, and they never go. And after a while, you're like, yeah, I'm just blowing that up. I've had it. I'm driving on the sidewalk. I'm killing everyone. And they get into their own accidents. You're not doing anything, and they'll, you know,
kind of
have
like Grand Theft
yeah,
Auto
just
style
crashes and stuff.
I see.
Where none of them are super high speed. They're all driving at like 10 miles per hour, which is another reason to want them all dead. But yeah, you know, one will just drive right through a red light and smash into somebody else, and then.
Is there a wanted system like Grand Theft Auto for causing trouble?
Yeah, you can get people
Commodore Chamberlain,
freaked out enough
that all
that they'll
merchants,
call the cops on you,
masons,
and the cops
and
look for you,
carpenters
and
are
the cops
rounded
find
up
you,
and
then
brought
it's
to me this
story.
afternoon. We must see about repairing this fortress.
We should be confiscating weapons, Governor. Send these pirates a clear, strong message that the King's emissaries are not to be trifled with.
I have no wish to stir up animosity here, Commodore. And though well armed, we are outnumbered by a decent margin. Slow persuasion is our best and most efficient weapon.
The mistake I made on my last attempt was I followed them from behind, and getting a good hiding space can be a little tricky. So this time I got in front of them.
I'm the goddamn governor here, serving at the King's pleasure, and I will make the bloody decisions. Is that clear, sir?
Aye, sir. Your wishes are clear as crystal.
Like, can I kill him now? Can I kill him now? Can I kill him now? No? Damn it.
No. I mean, we'll be killing most of these fine folk eventually, but, you know.
These are the charts, Commodore. We're in position.
But not at the moment.
No. We have to get inside this hitherto unexplored fort.
I do remember exploring before. I had some fun in there.
When I first played this game, going into the fort was one of the first things I did when I arrived in Nassau for the first time. But here, because I knew they were going to use it again, I did not go into the fort at all this playthrough. Now, infiltrating the fort. That also went poorly. I think the last time I got rid of that part because I was just being an idiot and it was taking too long. So here's actually a competent infiltration. I don't know, I was just not playing well that night.
Sometimes you have those days.
Yeah.
And what you've done 100 times with no problem, you just can't not fuck up.
And as you might expect, there are a lot of guys hanging around the fort. But luckily they are not good about reinforcements because the guys inside cannot get outside.
Berserk dart. Every time I see a heavy, it's just berserk dart.
I could probably assassinate that guy and get away with it. Yeah, there we go. Did you ever see that Assassin's Creed hay bale thing in Peace Walker?
Yes.
That was pretty incredible.
That's another game that I have to finish. See if I have time to do that before I start on 5, just because I'm like, oh, there's Fultoning. Except in 5, apparently you can Fulton like sheep and shit.
Awesome. I know the general premise of Phantom Pain, but I don't think I've watched any trailers for it. Maybe one or two.
They just released a demo from E3, which is not heavy on spoilers if you're looking just to see how it looks and things like that about the forward bases and kind of the multiplayer element. So maybe look that up and watch it, because you watch that and you're like, oh, this game looks so good.
Well, I mean, it's a Metal Gear game, which means I'm pretty much contractually obligated to play the shit out of it, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I 100%ed MGS4 before they introduced trophies to it. So I'm like, oh, gotta go back and 100% it again.
Oh, Jesus.
That involves that involves beating it like another 10 or 12 times.
All of them committed before the 5th of January, next ensuing. And we do hereby strictly charge and command.
Dude, do you know anything about the chicken run in MGS4?
And all our governors and commanders of any
The chicken run.
Not by name.
The chicken run is basically playing the game as shitty as possible. And the amazing thing about the chicken run is that you have to play the game so shitty, it's almost impossible to do it by accident. Like, your playtime needs to be over 80 hours or something. You need to get like 50 continues. Get spotted like, I don't know, 100 times something. Kill like 500 guys. It's just like, even if you are the worst player in the history of Metal Gear Solid, you are never gonna play that badly. And it's like, even if you watched all the cutscenes and got through all the areas really slowly, you're still like 30 hours unaccounted for.
Hiding in a locker and going to bed.
Pretty much, yeah. I just had Snake stand around and shadow Moses for tens of hours. But I am not handling this particular thing very well. Luckily, I do have Berserk darts. What just happened?
Thanks, dude.
I think the guy I was fighting killed the guy who ran up.
Yeah, he did.
That
he was trying to hit you and killed some poor random asshole.
And that, folks, is why the Berserk darts are hilarious. I mean, they're not quite... They're not quite as fun as throwing poison bombs into crowds of innocent people in Revelations, but it's pretty close.
I pray you take the prudent course,
the max
gentlemen,
number available and
accept the king's pardon as soon as your hearts
shoot
allow.
everybody and watch them.
For until such time,
great fun.
All of you will be confined in the cell.
For those of us who are easily amused.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not hard to find things to amuse yourself in this game.
This pardon is your best bet.
The governor puts it far too brightly, maggots. Take this message home. Accept the king's protection forthwith, or we will raise this town to its foundation and stretch your bloody necks.
Peace, Commodore Chamberlain. We are messengers, not executioners. Not yet.
Apparently that Shadows of Mordor game is also supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, I played that.
I was thinking of playing that too.
You should. It's quite.
Look on this as a stroke of fortune,
there was a
lads.
Let's Play thread for Shadows of Mordor, and the subtitle I think captured the appeal. Arkham's Creed of the Rings.
Check your head, Vane.
Yeah, Lazy Fire's got one going on right now.
A chance to take something base and shape it into a government made and maintained by men of vision.
So you can binge watch that one if you wanted to see if it appealed to you, at least through the first few missions.
It's truth he's telling, and you whelps can't handle it. A Jew.
Well, they had that like Nemesis mechanic. That I remember reading the thread in games, and people were really pretty positive on it. I mean, as much
yeah,
as
it's a good time.
As much as I hate reading the impressions of internet people for games I'm interested in, people seem to like it, so give that a shot.
Yep, it's sort of like in Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs or pretty much any open world game where you have an objective and then you spend 20 hours just fucking around with orcs. You know, just messing with them and branding them and making them your lackeys and doing things, and it's great fun. It's like, you're like, oh yeah, I got some... Nah, I'm just gonna run around and fuck with the orcs.
Obey me, you deaf bastard.
Obey me, you deaf bastard. Who is he yelling at? But yeah, unfortunately, Ubisoft does something with an Animus fragment here that it does later in the game, where they'll put an Animus fragment in the middle of an eagle dive, so you can get the Animus fragment from the viewpoint, but then you gotta go all the way back up to
all the way back up.
do it. There is one point later in the game where they do that twice, and it gets really, really old. But yeah, as a gameplay note with this part of the game, we cannot leave Nassau. Fast travel is disabled, and we can't pilot the Jackdaw at all.
Could you swim away?
I've heard if you go too far from the Jackdaw in the middle of the ocean, a shark eats you. But I've never actually seen that. Wow, not bad. I've heard a shark eats you, but I've never seen that happen.
Fuck this, I'm swimming to Bermuda. You can't keep me here.
Bermuda is way out in the Atlantic. Yeah, getting back to the top of the fort is about as hilarious as it sounds. So, yeah, you gotta go up and down the fort. Well, luckily, that is the only mission that requires us to go to that fort.
Again, kind of a waste.
Yeah, Ubisoft kind of has a thing where they build these elaborate set pieces and only use them once or twice. Like, the entire city of Rome that they rendered in Assassin's Creed 2, they only used it for that last mission. But I've heard that the Rome was actually supposed to be the fifth city in Assassin's Creed 2, but they just kind of ran out of development time, and that's where we got Brotherhood.
Which is fine. I mean, Rome is one of those, it's like, it's so big, you could set, yeah, an entire game here, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. I like how I caught that guy in mid-jump and he just sort of plopped down like that.
Keep the slippery bastard in sight, boys.
That sure is a world map. But I was looking at some of the Uplay rewards for Rogue, and you can turn the main character of that game into basically a samurai. He has a katana weapon he uses, I think.
Is this that swamp full of fucking crocodiles?
Yeah, I mean, you can wrestle with the crocodiles, but we've seen plenty of wrestling. The interesting thing is that you can't kill them with the hidden blades. Their skin is too hard or something. So more than one... There was one time I wrestled a crocodile and got it to go away. I wanted to kill the crocodile, so I started chasing after it with hidden blades. But I kept retracting the stupid things like an idiot. And eventually the croc turned around and attacked me again, and then I was low on health, so I got killed by the crocodiles. Because I didn't realize you can't kill them with hidden blades. Not one of my finer moments.
That's what reloads are for.
Yep. And I think that happened in that swamp too.
Look at him. Turncoat. Makes me bloody ill to think on how many times I've put up with Hornigold and his self-righteous shite.
Verily, you are a man of principle, Captain Hornigold. A man I believe I can trust with my best ideas.
Faith and we'll survive this, Charles, with our pride intact.
That's confidence. You brewed a plan I might get a taste of?
Nassau is over, that's plain to see. I say we skip out tonight and regroup at my compound.
Fair enough. What's your angle?
The Brits have brought their supplies ashore, see? If we nick some gunpowder and pine pitch, we can build a fire ship and send it straight at the blockade, blasting it to smithereens.
Aye. We'll use Rackham's ship. You ain't a capable captain.
My conscience is clear.
Right. When you get the gunpowder, I'll secure the pine pitch.
So this is a pretty fun mission because it's just basically all about creating mayhem.
Oh boy, mayhem.
It's just one of those missions where the game encourages you to do pretty much everything. But yeah, stealing the gunpowder involves standing next to it for a few seconds holding circle. That's how you steal, apparently.
Good to know if I ever need to steal some gunpowder. No, I just stand here and hold a button. I swear it works.
And yeah, I just shot that gunner with the berserk dart, so... That madness.
Now he's shooting everyone.
Yep, that madness is always fun.
I think the guy just kind of walking away like, fuck this, fuck this.
But you gotta hand it to my expert infiltration skills there. I just shot at that guy with the berserk dart, ran in there, got the gunpowder, and got out. Except for when that guy spotted me. I like how Edward just stands stone still next to the barrel.
Yep, stealing some gunpowder.
Look at this guy. It's just standing there.
Some guy 50 yards away. Hey, there's something going on. And the guy's just like, what? I think he might have clinched down a little bit.
That guy is just...
what's going on?
I think that Captain's AI might have bugged out, and that's the reason he was standing there like that.